Mendy Farkas. BluBlonc is a shoe brand. When I was a bocher in Tzisru, I met somebody, very special family. I stayed with them. They opened up 2 shoe stores, one in Bnei Brak, one in Shalim. Took off from there, I had the connections, I had everything. They helped me out as well. So I wanted to open up a retail store. That was originally whatever. I did a lot of research. So basically, after a couple of years, I went actually back to the people that I stayed with in Israel.
Okay.
And they kind of approached me. We approached them, let's try to do something and figure out how we can get into the US market. And we did a lot of research and we just decided we're going to start repping one of the brands that we had. We're going to start repping the line, which was actually ladies line, ballet flats. And we just basically showed it to a lot of customers and everybody went crazy over it because it's made in Spain and it's a good quality shoe. Spain are known for shoes and quality. Pretty much a majority.
If I Google where is the best place in the world for shoes, Spain would come up?
Spain and Italy, yes. Spain, Italy, Portugal, those 3 will come up.
They're also known for wine, aren't they?
Also known for wine. Because
so wine and shoes?
Wine and shoes, and olive oil. There's a huge show in Italy that actually was there just now, called the Mikam show. They have a lot of shows throughout the year. So I picked myself up over there. I said the show was that day. This happened like throughout the day. That night I was on a flight to Italy.
No way. By yourself or with your
With
wife?
my wife.
Wow.
We got there, we met with the Spanish Association, Shoe Spanish Association. We had our conversation, we explained them the situation, they're gonna help us. I found one company over there, one company that I explained to them the situation. They were willing to work with us. They said, we're going to give you a chance as well. They gave us 6 to 8 samples, they gave us. From the show, that's what we took. We came back to the show. We literally had those samples. And that's where BluBlonc was created.
BluBlonc.
Correct. So this is what's created at that point.
Look at this. It's crazy. She hungry.
Yeah.
4 slices, she didn't even feel it. Why BluBlonc? What's that word?
So my wife was trying to find something that the domain is available.
Okay.
So she was working with Blanc, something or whatever. She ended up taking BluBlonc. BluBlonc is basically blue. Blanc is off-white in French.
Okay.
Combine those 2 together, you get BluBlonc. So in other words is, the way she was able to create something from blue, which is New York word, and Blanc is a off-white from France, just combine it and you make something out beautiful. Everything happens for BluBlonc.
Okay.
So this is basically the showroom, the design room. These are all summer samples.
For the next summer?
Correct.
We're only starting the winter in a few minutes.
Yes, and we already went, when we go to Spain, which we do twice a year, we already went to design shoes for next winter.
You just came back from Spain designing shoes for the next winter.
Correct.
So you work a year ahead.
A year, correct. To produce a shoe, a sample, to source the leathers, to source everything, to create the shoe, takes a good 4 to 5 months to create the sample, create everything. Once the sample's approved and the customers pick what they want, then it takes another 3 to 4 months to produce it.
Wow. So store owners are coming here.
Store owners come in here. They sit here. For example, this morning there was somebody here. Actually, 2 stores, they're 2 sisters, 2 stores. They were sitting here for about 3 to 4 hours. Every store wants to has a uniqueness that another one doesn't have. Has a certain design, a certain thing, certain look. For example, a shoe like this, you're not gonna go sell in Williamsburg.
No.
Okay, we went down to Spain to the leather factory. We told them we need this specific colors. They created the design for us and they store for us these colors in their factory. So whenever it's my colors. They never had these colors before because we needed a burgundy. In order to sell for a lot of schools, they have color rules and stuff like that. So you have to have a dark burgundy. This one won't be good. Right. So we had to create more dark colors. And these are basic, the leather. So the way it works in the shoe industry, it works with timing, deadlines. For Pesach, for the summer season, we have to deliver probably over here somewhere in February. So they can have it in the stores because here's usually their selling season. When they're ready up to April, they're finished the selling season. So basically this is more or less, when you have a shoe, right? This is what you need. You need a last, you need a sole. So once you have the last, once everybody says design shoe, you have a last. Let's say this is a basic last. We're going to do a T-strap on this, right?
T-strap. What is a T-strap?
T-strap is that kind of shoe. This shoe is a T-strap.
This.
That's a T-strap, yeah.
Oh, T.
T, correct.
See, I figured it out. That's it, I'm ready to do it. Ah, yafeh.
So this is basically, when you sit at the factory, this is basically, again, this is not 100% the exact shoe for the last, but just to give you an idea.
Yes.
So this is basically how it gets built. So you have the sole, you have the upper. The upper gets sewn and get everything else, and then they combine it together. So every shoe has to have their, let's say for example, most of the Spain, they don't work with half sizes. In the ladies, it's a very big thing. They have to have half sizes. So if I want to create half sizes now, that cost is at least $8,000 to produce it. Because you have to start from the last. And the last, they have to produce not one, they have to produce a certain amount. So it's a whole process. That's when we go back to the last factory. We need this. We don't like, and also Spain foot versus American foot are different feet. They're not the exact same feet.
In size?
In size and in shape.
Why, we eat burgers, it comes out different?
It's, I don't know, it's Hashem's creation that every place has different size. They have more of a wider foot, I think, and we have more of a narrow foot. So anytime you have a piece, this is one piece, right?
Yeah.
This is a second piece.
Yeah.
This is a third piece, this is a fourth piece. This is not the same size. This is another piece. Look how many pieces you have. Each piece gets a different die cut.
And each size needs a different die cut.
Each size gets a different die cut.
And each side, right and left, also need a different die cut.
Correct. So this is basically a die cut from each and every style. See, every component has.
So when the designer is in a good mood and she just does a star, we're gonna eat now a lot of stroy until we come to that star.
Correct. So this is basically the back end of a shoe. Okay, this part that holds the shoe into place.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of materials. What kind of material? How you want it on?
There's a piece inside that holds it in shape.
There's a piece inside that in between leathers.
You know about this? There's a piece inside. So this is the piece inside.
So it shows it goes in between the leather that holds the structure of the shoe. Before we have the sign, no videos, no photos. Please don't take any pictures. Do you want to sit here? We'll sell you the shoes, but don't ship it off to anywhere else.
How painful is it to find out that somebody just made a picture of your line and shipped it off to China?
It is painful because for them it takes a split of a second versus they take all my hard work that we worked, that everybody else that was involved in getting to the end shoe to design and just throwing it away just like that.
You have to see this very unique, who designed this, by the way?
What, the box?
Yeah?
My wife.
Also your wife?
I
think his wife is a designer.
We went box shopping in Spain.
Really?
We went to a few factories in Spain that sell boxes and we came up with the design. So that's what I'm saying. Cool. The factories give you basics, but if you want something specific, you physically have to go down there and really shop for every single component.
That's why you make sure to go at least twice a year.
At least twice a year, yes.
Wow. So this is like a drawer for the shoes, which is very cool. You know, you take it out. It's not that traditional getting stuck, getting broken, and then you will go like this in style. Bro, I can do this every day. Why should a person go buy, for top dollar, a person that has a few kids to buy shoes for every season? Why should he go to a normal store or a professional store that he pays top dollar when he can go to a pop-up shop?
First of all, you're not getting the quality as you've seen in the shoes. You're not getting quality.
So the shoe is not gonna last as long?
The shoes is not gonna last. Yes, you could find the kid that is going to last for him because he has a perfect walk and the shoe is working. But a lot of the shoes are from they have something that's called PU leather. Okay, PU leather, which they can claim that it's leather, but it's not actual leather. It's more of a plastic because they put a certain amount of coating on top of the shoe. Now, when you look at the shoe, you basically, what do you see? So if you get to see the mainly leather, then you can call it a leather shoe. So they take a little thin of leather, they cover the whole top of the shoe, and they say that it's leather shoe versus it's not.
And because the rest is plastic, it's not breathable?
It's not breathable.
What
Your
happens?
feet sweat. Take a heat, right? A lighter. Take a plastic, it starts melting, it starts deforming.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens with the shoe. Because if you have a plastic shoe that's made mainly out of plastic, what will happen when your feet sweat.
So
It gives out a heat and it deforms the shoe.
So it
you're
doesn't
not
last
having the
long.
proper support.
Okay, so you tell me that you go twice a year to Spain,
Correct.
and I'm sure there's. How far are you from the nearest kosher place when you go there?
4 hours each direction.
You serious?
Yes. Most of the time is what I do with food is there's somebody in Barcelona that they ship wherever you want food all over Spain. It's a catering, they send the food.
How far shipping is it? How many
It's
hours?
a flight, it's about an hour, 2 hour,
Wow.
I would say about 2 hour flight.
Okay.
But what happened now this time, the way they shipped the box, somebody messed up with the shipping. So I got to the hotel 2 hours before this man, and the hotel called me up. Something is wrong with the box. The box doesn't look right. Said it's my food. Said don't worry, I'll get there. We'll figure it out. We got there. We opened up the box. What happened was during shipping, it shifted. Basically, whatever food I had became one big chunk.
Wow.
Everything got messed up. So I had
One second, this was Friday?
Friday 2 hours before this man.
And this was your Shabbos food?
This was my Shabbos food and food for the week.
Oi, tata zise.
One of the customers, I had a few customers tell me that we have a major issue with your shoes. What is the issue is that when they order my shoes, they sell it, there's nobody else is they're not gonna come back throughout the season to buy a new pair of shoes
Why?
because it's such a good quality shoes.
Ah, so it lasts
It
longer.
lasts longer, it's quality. Like somebody asked me once, what's your return policy? I said, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
You never had
I
it.
never had an issue with the return policy that I can answer what my return policy is.
Wow.
So when I see kids walking with my shoes, and I drive sometimes a school bus, I have CDL driver. So sometimes I want to get out of everything, I take
So
a sub and ground.
you check their shoes?
So I can tell you every kid that comes up to my bus who has my shoes and whatnot. So it gives
you
me
a sense
it
of
gives me a
pride.
sense. You walk in the street and you see people walking with your shoes and they're walking comfortably, they're walking good. And you know they're wearing the shoes already for 3-4 months and it's way middle of the season, middle of the winter or in the summer, and you see the shoes are still holding their feet. It gives you satisfaction because you know you're doing something well.
Thank you so much.